What's up, Mr. Nutters? It's your boy Marcus, back in black, and today we gonna be covering the outdated laws you didn't even know you were breaking, and a little bit of entertainment news coming up next. Alright, now before we even get started, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you're notified every time we drop a video. We drop videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, of course. And check us out on Instagram. That is MixNuts3000. Again, that is MixNuts3000. Run it. Now this first one here is super weird. There's a lot of laws, man, that's on the books that we just had no idea about. This first one is sharing your password. No joke. There's actually laws against that. Sharing your password. Let's dig into it. So the U.S. Computer Fraud Abuse Act of 1984 will come up with a couple of times here, but the act was a very forward-thinking measure from the federal government. But as you can imagine, any rule meant to govern the internet as it existed in 1984 is going to have a tough time staying relevant in 2021. So, I mean, you know, they were trying to keep people, so basically they were trying to keep people from having access to other people's stuff. But people are always going to share stuff. The internet is still the Wild Wild West. It's a lot more regulations now, but with the deep web and the current state of the internet, I mean, nobody had a clue how crazy the internet was about to get. Yeah, you know what I mean? So sharing passwords, yeah, people gonna do that. All right, sharing Netflix passwords, Hulu passwords, people gonna do it. They are even trying to crack down on it, but it's kind of late. Cat's out of the bag. That's some pre-thought that just, you know, hindsight's 2020. You know what I'm saying? So next we got swearing at sporting events. I know you're like, that go hand in hand like peas and carrots, but it does though. But it's actually illegal a lot of places, up to $50 fines. Well, let's take a look at this. Now, swearing at a sporting event, just, you know, you got freedom of speech, but ooh, yes and no. Technically, the Red Sox fans can't actually swear when visiting the Yankees. And since the rule applies statewide, I mean, it's gonna be all sporting events. This is a weird one that nobody is enforcing, because I'm sure any Boston and New York fans are swearing up a storm. So I really doubt anybody could enforce this. Got a whole stadium full of people cussing. So this is just another weird rule on the books. They're just trying to force people to have manners, but you can't really do that. Not law-wise anyway, because being a jerk is not really illegal. So putting stuff like this is just a waste of paper and time. Another weird law is trick-or-treating over 14. Now, I thought this was hilarious, because me personally, I feel like trick-or-treating's awesome as a little kid, but then like when you get about 14 anyway, I mean, it's kind of over. Actually, it might even be before 14. I'd say like 12, 13, you're kind of out of the game at that point, right? Like you done, right? All right, so when you really think about it, man, I mean, you trick-or-treating, you're running around. I mean, by the time you hit 12, 13, if you're a boy, you definitely just trying to hook up with girls at this time. You're not even really like into candy anymore. Probably got a little bit of your own money, so you don't have to wait for adults to give you money like when you were a little kid. And that's what makes Halloween awesome, and the costumes. And you can tell you're getting too old because eventually you just get too lazy to dress up anymore. But it's actually still a thing. It goes back to like curfews and stuff, and people being too young to be out on the streets, and the streets being dangerous without an adult. So it kind of makes sense, but I don't think anybody's really enforcing trick-or-treating over 14 and writing tickets and, you know, kids going to jail or whatever. But we got a lot of weird laws on the book. It almost make you realize why we can't get nothing done. You're like, how many other weird laws are constantly popping into effect while we ignore real issues? Crazy. I bet you somebody who came up with this law right here had no idea what the internet was or how it was gonna work or just really anything about internet culture. But this one right here is using another name online. Everybody used that. I mean, like gamer tags, all kinds of names. I mean, my name on Instagram is MixNuts3000, but it's MixNuts3000, right? It's not Marcus. So I mean, they are all the way weird with this one. This one just stayed on the books, and nobody does it. Nobody listened to it. I mean, you people come up with names all the time, and you ain't gonna be able to change that, bro. Come on. And then here's the thing: they still on the books because you might as well just leave it on there because it would take more work to remove it. Got to bring up a vote, and then people gonna be for it and against it. Just leave it on there because it don't matter anyway, and it's just basically just more laws to be in the way and be misinterpreted and possibly abused. We got to stop just throwing stuff up there, man. It got to be an easier process to get rid of laws that no longer apply or that just, it's just not working. You know what I mean? You can come up with a law. That don't mean anybody can follow it. You know what I mean? A law is like gravity. This is more like a suggestion, but like ain't nobody doing this. Using another name online, of course you're supposed to. You don't ever use your real name. You think I'm on playing Grand Theft Auto? My name Marcus? Like, no, it's not. A lot of people might also think this should still be on the books, but I don't know if it really should. Which is this next one is cheating, aka adultery. Now, adultery is a crime that is never enforced, though. That's like old school stuff where people was getting stoned. Who going to jail for adultery? Seriously? Most of the time it's just public shaming, and then they settle it there. They just let you get publicly shamed. Adultery should be taken off the books. Cheating is wrong. Adultery is wrong. But what I'm saying is that if it's not being enforced, take it off the books. What's the point of having it as a law? I mean, it's a commandment if that's part of your religion, but like, there's no reason to have that on the books if you ain't gonna enforce it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, because if you try to, what would you have to have on somebody to even have a judge enforce adultery and get like a real sentencing? They're probably not gonna do it, bro. Because cheating and adultery is more of a jerk move, but it's not necessarily like, illegal as far as law goes. Maybe against your religion, but definitely not like illegal, like robbing a bank is illegal. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Take this off the books. I'm saying take it off the books. All right, now this next one, of course, everybody has done this. I wouldn't even have made it through college if I didn't do this. But this one is using someone's internet. I use my neighbor's internet all the time, man. All the time. Man, when I was in college, man, I used to use they Wi-Fi. They ain't had no password on there. I used to just use it all the time. One time he went out of town, and then like the router needed to be reset, and then I had to wait for him to get back from vacation, start using the internet again. I was so upset, but the internet was free for like 3 years. So because I don't know why this person never put a password on it, but they never did. So I would just use their internet all the time, man, playing video games, everything. But everybody has done this. They say it's super illegal, but how can it be enforced? It can't really. Will it be enforced? Probably not. It's really up to the people who's paying for the internet to put the passwords on there. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I mean, if you don't have a password on there and ain't nobody really doing nothing illegal, man, people be needing that come up internet that like I can't afford the service, but I got projects to do and paperwork to do. So yeah, this was just like that was just a blessing for me. I ain't even, what I'm saying, I ain't even hating on this one. But using someone else's internet, man, that means everybody in the world is probably guilty of this and should be in jail technically. Right now, in entertainment news, y'all, I do want to bring this up here real quick. In entertainment news, we got the new series from Disney Plus, Loki. This show is awesome, y'all. By now, it is the second episode. New episodes dropping every Wednesday. I wonder why they picked Wednesday. But anyway, I watched the first episode already in completion. This thing was done so well, and the complicated storyline and plot of it is done to the point where you never get lost, man. I mean, you're talking about time travel, infinity stones, and celestials. Just complicated stuff, to be quite honest with you, but it don't lose you at all. Like, The flashbacks are on point and not overly done. The sets look cool. The acting's great, man. There is like zero fat in it, so there's not a lot of people that's not important or who don't add to the story. All right, everybody who says something or does something in the show so far is like adding to the lore of the situation and the show itself. So I gotta give him a straight up A+ on this, man. This is a good show, man. I can't wait to see what it turns into. And the first episode, straight out the gate, is a straight banger, man. What's the dude to play Loki again? I don't know, but that something, I can't remember his name. But anyway, that dude is great, man. He's doing a really good job, man. He's bringing more levels and depths to Loki. So big ups to that. Y'all check that out on Disney Plus. It's definitely worth at least getting that subscription just for the MCU TV shows. You know, WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now this, like, look, Loki. I mean, definitely check it out, man. I mean, they got some good stuff going on. So check out Loki. It's awesome. Definitely worth your time. All right, Mixed Nutters, that's it for me today. I'm about to make like a baby and head out. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixnuts. We got new videos coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And check out our Instagram. That is MixNuts3000. Again, MixNuts3000. And until next time,